What is up, math superstars? In this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, what we're going to do is we're going to take a percent now and go ahead and rewrite it as a fraction. And so we're talking about the same number, but we're going to write it different ways. And so we have some lovely little hints that are here to help us out. So in taking our percent, we know that it's percent means out of 100. So our first step in writing the fraction is our denominator is always going to be 100. And then the numerator is going to be whatever the percent is. And then we're going to make sure at the end that we simplify. So here's what it looks like. So we're given this number here, 5%. And so our very first step is we're going to write it as a fraction over 100. So percent means out of 100. 5 is going to be our numerator. So we have 5 out of 100. And then we can simplify this by dividing the top and bottom by 5. So we know that 100 divided by 5 is going to give us 20, and 5 divided by 5 is going to give us 1. And so I can say that 5%, I can write it as 5 over 100, but when I simplify it, I can also write it as 1/20th. So what about 77%? So we know that we're going to write this as a fraction out of 100. So 100 is the denominator, 77 is the numerator. And for this fraction right here, I don't need to simplify. So I can say that 77% written as a fraction is the same as 77 over 100. So now let's go ahead and talk about 112%. So we're going to start it off by putting it as a fraction over 100 and 112 in the numerator. And so if we take a look at this fraction, we have an improper fraction. So to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, I can say that 100 goes into 112 one whole time with a remainder of 12. So 12 is going to be my numerator. This 100 is still going to be my denominator here. So if you got the improper fraction 112 over 100, that is a great starting point. Now we have the mixed number 1 in 1200ths, which is ever so close because what we have to do is we have to simplify 1200ths now. And what we can do is we can go ahead and divide the top and bottom by 4 in this case. So now I have 1 and 12 divided by 4 is 3 for my numerator. And 100 divided by 4 is 25. And so all the way simplified version of 112%, that is the same number as 1 in 3/25.